Hello, full stack web developer, and welcome to Coding for All, the only channel required to become a full stack web developer with practical applications and utilizing free resources. In the last video, we learned about introducing JavaScript to our website and introduction to DOM, that means Document Object Model. In this video, we will learn selecting HTML elements with JavaScript, manipulating and changing style of HTML using JavaScript, structure versus style versus behavior, text manipulation and content property, manipulating HTML elements attributes. Now before we start our lecture formally, like the video and subscribe to the channel so we learn and grow together. So in order to select an element and then manipulate, we will use different methods that I'm going to show you right now. So now I'm going to show you the first method that we will use. Right, so we will simply go to the developer tools and then we will start writing here. So the first thing we will use is document dot get elements by tag name. And over here, if I want to see the list items, so this is how I'm going to write that. Press enter. So it will show you everything that is in the form of list, but it will show you in the form of an array. And if you click that, you will be able to see everything here. This is how we can see all the elements and properties, and you can manipulate it the way you want. If you want to do something specific to a particular list item, then the method is a little different. And for that, you will say document dot get elements by tag name. And over here we can see there are 3 list items. So this, and then in order to target a specific one, we will use square brackets to, for example, so you can see the challenge has been marked because the listing is from 0, 1, 2, not from 1, 2, 3. So here we will say, we will give a different style. So for that, we will style dot color is equals to red. See, so the red color has been given to this item. Now I will show you one more thing which you can use. So for that we will write document dot get element by tag name. Then again we will use these list items as an example. Then we will write length. So it shows you that there are 3 list items mentioned. So this shows you the total number of items that are in a form of list. Another method of manipulation is we will again write document dot get elements by class name, and for this we will be using btn. See, and you can use the similar methods as shown you previously to just manipulate what is inside it. For example, what if we want to change the color? Why don't you pause the video and give it a try? If you want to change the color of this button, how are you going to do that? I'll wait just for a few seconds, and what you can do, you can simply pause the video and give it a try by using same method that we have used previously here. So I hope that you pause the video and try it. Now why don't we move together to see how would it work. So get element by class name. The class name is button, and obviously there is only one button, so we can write it like this, and then we want to give it a different color, so style dot color is equals to, we can give the same color like red, and you can see the text has been changed inside. So up till now we were able to see plural elements, but now you are going to check how we can select one element in particular. So the method is going to use ID. I hope you remember how we have created already. For this I have created an ID with title, and now to call it specifically we will write it as document dot get elements, where is get element by ID, here it is. Then I have only given one ID, and that is title, so we will use that for our example. Here it is, this hello is given with the word title. So now you can see ID here as it is only specific to one title for each one, so you can manipulate it easily. And if you are willing to change the text, then you can write it as document dot get element by ID. Over here we will mention title, and then we will write it as inner HTML is equals to, for example, if we wanted to write our name, our channel's name, coding for all. See, so it has changed here. So this is how you can manipulate it. Now the best that I think is to use jQuery. The reason is that you can use ID, class, element, or anything to call that specific and manipulate it. I hope you remember how we did in styles in our .doc. So we will use the same tactics here again. And for elements, we will write element. For class, we use dot and then the name. And for ID, we put pound or hashtag sign and then call in styles. And other than that, we can use this combination as well as for hierarchical order. So how can we use query selector? So for that, document dot query selector, and as it is a class, so we used to mention class by dot, and you see, so we have selected the button here, and you can manipulate it like you did it before. What if now I want to have ID here? For that I will use document dot get element, query selector, so query selector, and as we used to do that in our styles in .doc, we will use hashtag sign, and then we will mention title here. See, you can manipulate it too. Now what if you want to select the link that is in the list item? How can you do that? Pause the video and give it a little try. That if you want to select that link using any of the methods that I have shared with you right now. So now let me show you how you can do that. Document dot query selector, and then you will use hierarchical order from there. In the list items, it is mentioned as hrefs, and that is how you can select it, as you can see it right here. I hope you remember for hierarchy, we leave a space, and if you think you are lacking these concepts, please go back to the lectures and revise those concepts so it may be very clear to you. Now, what if there are many objects in the same class? What will you do in that case? So for this, we will write document dot query selector, and from there we will use dot item. Now you can see the different things here. Now what you can do, instead of getting all three, you got the first one. So for this you will use a little different command, that is document dot query selector all, and then we will use item. And now you can see all the listed items there, but before this you were only able to see one. So now you can see all items listed as an array. Now which method do you think is the best one among these? Write in the comment section below. Whereas I would say query selector is the best one, but you should try after trying all the methods. So there is a small challenge for you, just to refresh these concepts. Try to change the color of Google text to red. The Google text that you can see right here, try to change its color to red. For this, pause the video and give it a try. So I hope that you were able to do it. Now let me share the solution with you. So simply we will write document dot query selector, because I like query selector more than anything else, and then we will mention here, as it is a list items list, let's see, hierarchical structure as Google over there, dot style, then dot color is equals to red. So here it is. I hope that you were able to do this too, because it was not that difficult. Manipulating and changing style of HTML using JavaScript. What if we want to change the color of the heading? Why don't you give it a try, as we already tried these concepts previously. So why don't you pause the video and give it a try to change the color of the heading and change the color to red. Pause the video and give it a try. So I hope you tried it. Now we will try this all together, and for that, document dot query selector, and then obviously we are going to select the heading. So it is going to be h1, then dot style dot color is equals to red, and see, the heading color has been changed to red. So it is that simple, but we need to keep this thing in mind, that we have to write as camel casing, as the first letter of the second word be capital, as you can see. The other thing to remember is writing everything as string in inverted commas, because over here you can see the red is also written as string in inverted commas, h1 is also written like that. Now there is going to be a small challenge for you to try. Change the background color of the button, and it should be as red, and it would be great if you can write the solution below in the comment section, So pause the video, give it a try. Let me explain this again. I want you to change the background color of this button to red, and it would be great if you write the same code or solution in the comment section below, so it might help others. So just pause the video and give it a try. So I hope you tried it. Now let me show you how we can do this all together. Document dot query, where is query selector? Oh, here it is. Query selector, then dot btn dot style, and then we need to change the background color. So where is background color? Here it is. Background color similar in camel casing as we were talking previously is equals to red, and see, now the background color has been changed to the red. Now we will move further to structure versus style versus behavior. Structure versus style versus behavior. So still we need to keep this thing in mind that HTML is to give basic structure and skeleton, CSS is to give style, and JavaScript is to give behavior or functionality. Although you can do style with JavaScript too. For example, if I want to add class to button where it will become invisible, how can I do this using JavaScript without going to styles? Now let me show you how I can do this and how can I do this without even going to the styles. And for this reason, you will go to Atom. So open your Atom and let's get on to this with this task. So here we are in the Atom, and now you will go into the styles and make this class with display as none, but you are not going to add anything in index.html. We will directly go to the console and write something using JavaScript to make this effective. Now go back to your DOM website developer tools and open console while I'll be there in a few seconds. Over here, what if I want the button to disappear? So what I will do, I'll query selector dot btn, there it is. Now I will click class list. Okay, from there I want this to add what I want it to become invisible, and this is the name of the class that I added over there. And you see the button is not there anymore. So it was a magical trick. Now button is no more there. It's not, we are sorry, we're not able to see, so it has become invisible. That is why I named it as invisible. As you can see in my Atom, the name is invisible. So you can write anything that you have named. I named it invisible, so it will be clear and easy for me to do that. Now what if I want to make it visible again? So how can I do that? I'll write document dot query selector, again I'll go for button, so here you can see that it is invisible now. Class list dot remove, and what is it that I want to remove? I want to remove invisible. The button is back. So it was that simple that you can use. So it has come back again. Although I recommend using, as told before, HTML, CSS and JavaScript for these purposes, as it will be easy and neat to debug and work, But why don't you solve a challenge where you will add a class in console to h1 as we did for this one, and you should increase the size of h1 without going to index.html in atom and increasing something there. So I want you to make this h1 of bigger size using the same concept that we have used here. So pause the video and give it a try. So I hope that you tried it. Now let me take you back to the atom, and over there, for example, if this is something that we did, so the name of the class is huge and the color is red, so just let me add this document dot selector, and from there we want it to select h1 dot class list dot add, and what is it that I want to add? I want to add huge, as it is the name what I have given there. So here you can see that the size has increased and the color is red as I have mentioned this here. So I hope that you tried it. This is a solution, and I hope that this all is clear to you too. Now we will be moving with one more concept that is related to text manipulation. We have tried inner HTML before. Now we will try another concept that is text content. And inner HTML gives you all that is literally inside that element, and you can even style like emphasize it by writing HTML command in inverted commas. For example, let me take you back to the console and try this practically, as we always try our concepts practically. So what we can try over here, for example, document dot query selector, then h1 is my favorite and most easy to see, so that is why I'm again going for h1, and then inner HTML, so over here you can see that it shows us hello. Now if I want you to get the value, I will write it as document dot query selector, and then again h1, and then what I happen to that thing, text content. So this is a new thing that I was trying to show you, equals to by. So let me see. Oh, that's nice. So I will get the value now of this what I have written here, and for that I'll write document dot query selector h1 dot text content. Here it is, and now it is appearing as by. So play around this and see what is new in it, and you'll get to know what I was trying to say here and what we actually mean. So now we will be moving further for the manipulation of attributes in the elements. We are done with text and style manipulation. Now is the last concept for today, and that is with attributes. the one that appears as orange in atom, such as class and anchor tag. Now this concept can be evil in nature for some, as the text might show something else, but you can take the user to somewhere else. Like we have written Google in our DOM, but what if I told you that it won't take you to the Google but to our Coding for All YouTube channel? Don't you believe me? Let me show you how. Now over here, first of all I will write again our favorite document dot query selector, and we want to see which has. So this is the Google link that we have there. So by this you get this anchor text that takes you to Google. What if I want to know the attributes inside? So I will write it as document dot query selector, our anchor text dot get attribute, and then we want attributes as href. So here we are. So I wrote the name and get that as is a link to Google. So I got that only because there is only one thing over there. What if I want to change the link and take users directly to my channel on which you are watching this? I shouldn't say my, but our channel, because you all are with me on this journey. But what I want it to come to our channel, they will think that it will take them to Google, but this won't be the case. So first of all, I will go and copy the link of this channel, then I'll go back and I will over here I'll do document dot query selector, again say ref dot set where is set attribute, and then we'll show it how can we do that. And for this now we are going to have two inputs over here. One is this, as it was there before, then there will be a comma, then where am I looking to go from their side. And now, so you can see that it has two parameters. The first one is that to show the change, and the second what it will become. Now if I press Google, let's see what is going to happen. Are you all ready? So it should take you to Google. Okay, ding. Let me see where we are. Oh, what is this all? Where are we? This is not Google. What is happening here? Oh, this is YouTube. I cannot. Oh, so we are here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and liked the video, then I took you to the right place. So just do this. What are you waiting for? Wasn't this magical at all? So as I told you, it could be evil if you want them to go somewhere else, or it could be very wise of you because you are directing them to where you want them to go. This was all for today. So what we did today, we were working on selecting HTML element with JavaScript, then manipulating the style, then structure versus style versus behavior, text manipulation and content property, and then manipulating HTML elements attributes. So here we did one evil thing. I hope you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. The next video will be very exciting, as I have upcoming surprise for you. Till then, good luck and goodbye, full stack web developers.